In my previous analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I exposed Raila's petroleum plan, Gachawa's 2027 shocker, and how the political map is shifting. But now, I want to focus on one man who has stayed silent but very powerful in Kenyan politics. A man many Kenyans admire and one who could be Rutto's worst nightmare in 2027. That's one man by the name Fred Matiang'i. While Rutto is facing a lot of rejections in this country, rebellion and division in his own camp, there's one man quietly watching, building and preparing 2027 from far. That man is Fred Matiang'i, and now I'll break down how he can defeat the President William Rutto in 2027 using few things. That's discipline, youth power, and public trust. This is not just a theory, ladies and gentlemen. This is a strategy. Before I dive in, if this is your first time watching DMtv Kenya, karibu sana. Here, I break down the truth, raw and real politics. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that anytime I do my videos, anytime I go deep, YouTube will automatically notify you and you will not be left behind. And to my loyal subscribers, asante sana kwa kunishikilia na asante sana kwa kunionyesha ile moyo ya support for always riding with me. Without wasting much time, let's dive in and see this conversation. Fred Matiang'i is one of the few leaders in Kenyan politics with a clean, no-nonsense image, and he's not a triple kingpin. He's not caught in scandals, and most importantly, he has the discipline and intelligence to run a modern government. Now, let me show you how he could defeat President William Rutto in 2027. This is according to my understanding. I want to know how do you understand about this? And the only way I can know from your views is by dropping a comment. Drop positive comments, and those comments will help me to come up with the next analysis. And if you have the suggestion that you want me to come up with the analysis, kindly drop a comment and tell me that Darmas come up with this analysis. I want to start with the public image versus Rutto's weakness. Matiang'i is viewed by many as the last professional in government. During his time as the Interior, Education and ICT, he delivered results. Many Kenyans remember him for action, not noise. Now, I want you to compare that to President Rutto, who is now linked to high cost of living, scandals, and arrogance. Voters are tired. They want clean leadership, and that's Fred Matiang'i who can fit that image. The youths and middle class appeal, they also have their opinion. Na ujue wakati wa maandamano 2024 vijana walijitokeza wakasema kwamba kama kuna yule kiongozi ambaye atasimama na wao ni Fred Matiang'i. And that's how the image of Fred Matiang'i came into politics. Kuna wale viongozi wako katika mrengo wa UDA walisema kwamba Fred Matiang'i cannot be even a village elder. Now, I want to talk about the youth's vote in this country. Over 70% of voters in 2027 will be young people, and most of them are jobless. They're angry and betrayed by bottom up. Unajua wakati wa kampeni za 2022, bottom up was everything. They were using bottom up as lies. Matiangi speaks to their frustration, not through rallies, but by showing competence. And if he partners with the right youth influencers and digital voices, he becomes unstoppable. Trust me. Number 3, Mount Kenya. The Mount Kenya factor is also very important katika hii uchaguzi ya 2027. Mount Kenya is no longer fully with President Rutto. Gachawa's rebellion has exposed deep cracks. Matiangi, as a Kisii, is acceptable across Central and Rift. He doesn't bring tribal stoppage. If he wins over moderate Kikuyus, youths from Nyeri, Murang'a, Meru, and even Nakuru, I want to tell you that Rutto's stronghold will completely collapse. Number 4, which is the second last, is state machinery experience. Matiangi knows how the system works because ran it. From interior to coordination of ministers, he understands how to organize government. That scares the president because unlike Raila Odinga, Kalonzo, Musyoka, Matiangi doesn't just campaign, he executes. Number 5, he's not a politician, that is his power. Ironically, the fact that Matiangi is not a typical politician gives him power. He doesn't engage in drama. He doesn't insult people. He becomes across a serious, focused and presidential candidate. And Kenyans are tired of comedians and chaos in leadership. If Raila officially endorses Fred Matiang'i as his replacement and packs him with audio machinery, then I want to tell you that its game is over for President Rutto. He loses the youths, the professionals, and both three parts of Mount Kenya and the Kisii. That's a real trade, ladies and gentlemen. Matiangi doesn't need to shout. His silence is louder than Rutto's rallies. And if he enters the 2027 race, ladies and gentlemen, with the right support, he can defeat President Rutto. In my next analysis, I will show you what a Matiangi 2027 campaign could look like, from running mate choices to alliance formations. Thank you for watching this video up to the end, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell, like this video so that you can be notified by when I do other videos. Goodbye.